Okay, now that we've discussed intelligence gathering, analysis, and vision, which will be driving forces for anything we choose to do, because that involves the entirety of bringing together our present knowledge base and where we want to go, we now need to understand, well, what can I bring to the table to get there? And that's what resource is all about. It's about what time and energy can I utilize in order to get my vision manifest in the world. And so resources is a function of, first and foremost, time and energy. Now, how we translate that is very often into financial terms and money and things like that. But the fact is that it's even our own physical capacity to be present and do things that is part of this resource process. We talk about human resources, we talk about financial resources, we talk about natural resources. All these resources need to be addressed. In order for me to contemplate vision, I need to think about what is it that I have to bring to the table in order for the future that I want to see happen. And how much am I willing to give of self, whether it's my own personal self, my company's self, my country's self, in terms of people dying on a battlefield, in terms of economic wealth for the country. There's any number of different ways to look at this. Each of them is going to impact it. We need to understand that resources is not just money. And we also need to understand that in order to engage resources effectively, we also need to limit them. We need to find a way to say, here are the resources that I'm willing to put towards this vision. So first you have to understand the entirety of the resources that are available to you, or to us, as it were, and then also engage with the question of, well, given those resources, what am I willing to use? And what needs to be used? What wants to be used? What's pushing to be used? Because some of these things are going to push to be used. I'm going to jump in here and add one point which I forgot. It's not just about your resources. It's about the resources your partners, your allies, your friends bring to the table. Now, sometimes you're gonna know about those because your intelligence gathering systems did a really good job of getting that information. Sometimes you're gonna have to go back to intelligence and be like, hey, what else can we bring to the table? So that's something to think about. The thing that limits that use, well, that's doctrine. We're gonna talk about that next.